Good evening, everyone. Welcome to panel number 14. You're sitting down here today with the one and only Biajee. Am I pronouncing that right? Or is it Biajee?
Biajee.
Biajee? Biajee.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Who's the head coach of Titan Turtles, who of course won the national finals in the Open Division last season. So we're going to be talking strategy, talking gameplay, everything that you might want to know from the top of the class. So, before we get started, let's go over a couple of rules. You can use Slido to ask and upvote your questions. You can set your Discord username as your Slido name. You don't have to use your actual real name. If you'd like to ask your question on stage, please indicate so in your question, and I'll invite you up on the stage to talk. Make sure your mic works. This is a professional boat development event, so act like it type thing. And new this stream, trying something out on YouTube. If you would like this in a more accessible format, English closed captions are available on the YouTube live stream. They're automated, of course, so there might be some inaccuracies, but if you need them, there they are. And I'm also going to tease one other thing before we get started, and that is our next event. That is coming in about a month, and we're switching it up from the interview format. I'm going to take a little break from that, and I'm going to do a live walkthrough of my practice image, Tokyo 3. It's a Windows Server 2025 image, and I'll be answering questions rather, and giving some tips on ACUS scoring, because that image has some pretty bizarre scoring logic going on. So you want to make practice images with services that ACUS doesn't support by default, that might be a good one to check out. That's coming to you on Saturday, July 11th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, that's next month. Today, we are focused on the man of the hour, Biajee. So let's go ahead and get started with that. First question up is from Planetarian. How do you advertise CyberPatriot to new students?
Okay. So first, let me thanks Zini. Or is it called Zini?
Yeah, Zinni.
Yeah. Yeah. Zini for inviting me. My real name is Xinle Yang, and I'm the head coach for the Titan Turtles team. Yeah. So how do I advertise CyberPatriot to new students? So there's nothing really magic about it. I mean, I'm not really good at advertising. Yeah, actually. So what we do is just we will create. No, normally we will just create a cyber camp during the summer every year. So some new student will just come, and initially yeah the first year we only get like 6 students total, just to form one team. And especially at the beginning, it's really hard for us because like 1 week prior to the first round, 2 students drop out.
Oh no.
On our team, and magically those 2 students dropped out. One went to MIT, one went to Harvard. Okay.
Oh wow, good for them.
Yeah, So so I have to. Fortunately, uh, what my son were able to like recruit some his classmates at school. Yeah, very good friend to come to the club. Yeah, so that's then we had 6 students on our club the first year. Then starting from the second year, I figured, in order to get more students, we have to have a cyber camp. So starting from the second year, we start to do the cyber camp, and also uh, they uh, the students have a cyber club at school, and at like a club rush, they heavily advertise it, yeah, by bringing candies, bringing chocolates, yeah, and bringing like some like a small quizzes. And also we noticed that a lot of students are like like a potential um, CyberPatriot students are coming from like a robotic teams, like from math club or
Oh yeah.
from programming clubs, and from like a chess club even. Yeah, so we yeah, so actually, yeah, my son was the Arnold was the club president. Yeah, so he brought all these things. He brought a chessboard. He brought a running uh uh Lego robotic to
Oh
like a
wow.
yeah, yeah, just to like yeah, just to lure all the students to go to his booth. Yeah, that's a strategy. It, it I don't know how good the strategy is, but I mean, yeah, gradually we become a over the last 6 years we became a club with about 30 people, 30 students. Not as big as either Cyber Ages or nor as big as Troy High. Yeah. So I might not be the best one to answer this question. Yeah, but we do our best to like advertise to those type of students. Yeah,
Yeah, for
the
sure.
STEM student. Yeah.
No, it makes total sense that that the robotics and math and chess club type students would gravitate towards Cyber Patriot because of the it's sort of a more technical mindset that you're looking for anyway. So that's yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Absolutely. Um, from Skibbity Sigma Rizzler, that's not your Discord username, is it? How did you motivate people to practice?
Okay. So I I don't know, cause so at the beginning I really don't know how to motivate, because uh a lot of times when I tell told my students to do what 1, 2, 3, they never did it. And the next week when I like meet with them again, none of them did it. And yeah, so one thing over the year I learned that I forgot one I learned is there's a research on the motivation. It's called a FOG, uh, FOGG behavior model. So it's a mod it's a so whether people will do something or not, it's basically three things. You need to give them some motivation, and the second is the ability. The third thing is the prompt. So yeah, with all three of them ready, then people will start to do it. And yeah, so just by yeah, so for example, um, yeah, when we are in the club, yeah, when we are meeting, yeah, when you say, yeah, 1, 2, 3, let's start, yeah, this is actually a prompt. Yeah, this is very simple, like words, they will start to do something. Yeah, and also, yeah, availability, ability, for example, when you put all your like practice images ready for them to use, then it's easier for them to start to work on it. So that's why, yeah, yeah we list all the practice images on our website, so that they have, I mean, quote unquote, no excuse saying that we cannot find practice images. Yeah, so yeah, gradually I mean different people has a different way of motivate them. For example, some people, yeah, if you create a like a leadership scorecard, they will practice without you telling them. Yeah, because in our Discord server, I put like a CTF, Pico CTF leadership leader scores there. Yeah, I put a bot there every day. Yeah, everyone who like practicing on the Pico CTF, when they score something, yeah, the bot will actually display, yeah, somebody scored something. Yep.
Oh yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it to motivate people, it's really hard. Not everybody is motivated because, for example, because of one scoreboard. But some people will be motivated, right? Yeah. So yeah, some people, yeah, will be motivated if you talk to their parents. Yeah. Sadly, sometimes that's the
Right.
truth. But yeah,
Yeah.
some people, yeah, some people, yeah, um, will automatically grind. Yeah. Some people like, yeah, everyone has a different way. I mean, it will be motivated differently. I mean, it depends. It really depends. So you really need to know every single student in your club in order to motivate them.
Yeah. Yeah. There's not. There's there's less methods for sure that are more one size fits all. But yeah, different approaches for all that stuff. Definitely. Um, yeah, I know for me, motivation definitely is less about calling the parents. But yeah, I'm definitely aware um, of people who that is their primary way of motivation, and yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah, it's good that we can get people to grind on one. That is at the end of the day what you need to get to the top.
Right.
From Skibbity Sigma Rizzler again. Oh no, got beaten out in the upvotes at the last second. Alex Cantor with 3 upvotes. How do you identify talented students who don't yet have strong technical skills? More broadly, what does your recruitment pipeline, if any, look like?
Okay. So how to identify students is, so it's for, I mean, for the cyber security, cyber patriot stuff, none of them is really hard. Yeah, to be honest, because comparing to the like math, comparing to other stuff we learned, yeah, I mean, cybersecurity stuff, a lot of times all you need to do is put in time, put in effort, and so it's really easy to tell the those students who will be talented, because when you see they have a passion, I mean, yeah, when you see those students who will do things without you telling them, and some student, I mean, a lot, quite a few students will surprise me, yeah, in a way that, yeah, so they will make something that you never planned. Yeah, they will like create, for example, one of my student create a CTF website. Yeah, another student, yeah, actually there were two students in our club history who created CTF website with the CTF challenges on those websites. Yeah, without me telling them, and they just love to do it. You can tell immediately that they're talented. I mean, they're. I mean, it the it's not really about the talent or gifted or flair. It's more about whether they like it, whether they have passion into it. Yeah, and the way of my recruiting pipeline is very simple. Uh, the more students, the better. And the only way I I like I don't judge students. I only like the only thing I do is okay, for those for every year we need to divide the teams. We need to select teams, select team one, team two, team three. So what we do is we will what we will do is we will in September we will have a team assignment test, which yeah, the first year I created those tests, which is not really good. Yeah, but starting from second year, our team one students actually created those uh, team assignment tests. So those tests, yeah, exactly same as the CyberPatriot test, which is Linux, Windows, and Cisco. So yeah, so we will do the test, and the the top. students who scored in each subject will be assigned to the top team, and yeah, and the second will go to the second teams, yeah, and yeah, we just sort by that, yeah, I mean, cause yeah, that's how I recruit students, how I assign a student to the team, yeah, cause yes, a lot of times, yeah, students were really sad about their score, but and a lot of students are really, some students have very good relationship with me, yeah, and the, like some student had been with me for many years, but yeah, but their test score wasn't good enough to be assigned to the team one, but so I have to like put them into the team two or team three. Yeah, I have no like exception for those um, team assignments, and yeah, there this rule actually, one year, one of my best students, one of the students who with me for a very long time, who didn't like scored very well and be assigned to the second team, and he was really sad about it and even quit the team that year. And that year was our first year to get into the uh, CyberPatriot national finals,
Yeah,
and
tough choice had
yeah,
to be made.
yeah, yeah, and fortunately, that student came back the next year, take the test
Good.
again.
Good.
Yeah, and advanced. I mean, actually, he scored really well and get into our first team. And yeah, last season he won the champ. Yeah, he won the champion with the team.
Yeah, look
Yeah,
at that. There you
yeah.
go.
So yeah. So my rule is very simple. Yeah, take the test. I will assign you with the test score, and yeah, I'm open. If you want to leave, you can leave. If you want to join, you can join. Yeah, it's just you need to take the test. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes a lot of sense, and I definitely agree with that approach. Having it kind of be like an exam. Um, uh, had a bit of a follow up question here from Stage King. Does the team assignment test assess knowledge going into the season? Just for clarification. So I guess what he means is, um, does this like test how much you already know about the competition, or is this more general IT knowledge, that type of thing?
Uh, there's no general knowledge. It's just we try our best to just mimic semifinal.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. So it's
Yeah,
it's a
exactly.
semis mock.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because round one, round two, and round three doesn't really matter. Because we only prepare for the semifinal. Yeah, because semifinal is quite different. So yeah, so we ask our like a team one student to create semifinal level images. By actually just by doing that, those students learned a lot
Yeah, I
when they
bet.
create,
I bet.
when they try to create the semifinal level of images.
Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. The way they create their images is just, I ask them to keep in mind that you are selecting your teammates who can help you in the semifinal. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That definitely makes sense. Absolutely.
Right.
That is the round that matters.
Yep.
Again from Skibidi Sigma Rizzler, who I'm learning now is a person. How did you simulate red versus blue?
Actually, we failed to do that.
Oh,
So okay,
fair enough.
so
It's hard.
yeah, what actually happened is okay. So yeah, back a few years ago, I bought H an HP server. Yeah, it put in my garage, still in my garage right now. Yeah, we had we I put a Proxmox server on it, and so yeah, I put a lot of images on it, and so uh, for the last 2 years, I try to ask our team one students to create RVB environment, and then very simple so that we can practice on it, right? Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, what really happened is they barely have time because before the semifinal we focus on the semifinal, and we only focus on the RVB after the semifinal. So yeah, the student and after the semifinal there are a lot of like a school works in between the semifinal and the national finals. So yeah, the student, yes, yeah, the yeah last season, yeah the season before last season, we try to make a RVB environment, but we totally failed that one. The last season, we tried to create it. We kind of created one, but um, we didn't have time to actually like do the RVB competition after they created the RVB environment. But the good thing about that is when trying to create an RVB environment, they learned a lot just by trying to create that environment. And fortunately, uh, we had quite a few of RVB uh, mock-up tests, mock-up um, practice competition, like from uh, Hypernova and from I think uh, Basic, and also from I think yeah we played quite a few of RVB practice before the national finals. Yep.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because yeah, RVB is hard to set up. I tried to do it with the students when I was a TA at my cyber program, and yeah, it's exactly the same issue that we ran into. It took us multiple years to get it up and running, and very disjointed sort of competition sort of thing we put on, but it worked out in the end. Um, Worked out pretty good. But yeah, it took so long to get going because we had students graduating and then we had new students coming in each year, and we had all the infrastructure, but it was just the time because we needed the students to figure out how to set it up and run it, and between other classes and prepping for the actual comp, just as you said, same same thing. It's you almost need like a dedicated um, like 3 or 4 person team to run those sort of things, even just for a group of 30, 40 kids. So um, yeah, kudos to anybody who can successfully pull it off for sure. From True Gritter, what methods do you utilize to address the lack of technical resources, such as students not having computers capable of running VMs?
Okay, so that one is easy because we set up a Proxmox server. Yeah, at the beginning it was a vSphere server, and later on we figure out to manage the privilege for the vSphere is really hard for us. So we changed to Proxmox, and yeah yeah there yeah we convert because Proxmox used the uh, Kimo rather than VMware. So we converted quite a few of practice images there so that students, even with a Chromebook, can practice on a virtual machine. But actually, the problem is not whether they have most, because students in my club, all the students in my club have a computer that can host a virtual machine themselves. So the problem is not whether they have they have a VM to practice. They have the 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 infrastructure to practice. It's just whether they put their time there to actually do the practice.
Yeah, yeah. The way we address that up here, I'm not sure what it's like down across the border, but we have a local non-for-profit called Computers for Schools, that you can apply to, and you can get certain computer hardware through them. It's all like recycled stuff. None of it's new, and most of it is pretty old, like fifth gen, sixth gen, maybe seventh or eighth gen Intel. But what we did one year is we had the students be able to get like a bundle that had a switch and a couple of computers in there. So we tried to bridge the gap that way. Just in our case, because we did local VMs in tandem with the hosted stuff. So that might be something to look into as well. Or if your club lives looking for something like that. There might be some non-for-profits around that. I know Free Geek is one. They have a couple of locations in the States. I don't know where. But yeah, that's always an option
Yeah,
too.
yeah, and also actually, if you're looking to like purchase a refurbished laptop on Amazon, it's just like a $300.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
I
getting
mean,
pretty cheap nowadays on
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
refurbished side.
yeah.
Absolutely. Um, Stage King asks, how do you bridge the gap between new students and professionals as a leader in a way that makes it as easy as possible?
So the way I'm doing it is just I ask our top students to teach. Even the new students, I really encourage them to learn something, and anything they learned, yeah, just feel free after you learn it, yeah, talk about it, and we will discuss about it, because yeah, um, so yeah, that's the way what we do. And yeah, I mean, at the beginning, it, for a student in our club, it could be a little bit of chaos. It's actually, yeah, in our club, it's at the beginning, as a new student, it's I believe it's kind of hard for them, because we we don't have a like a very solid structure, so that like a yeah yeah, so class one we will teach this, class two will teach that, class three will teach that. We don't have such structure, because I don't want them to feel that there's such a structure. The only structure we have is during the summer we have a cyber camp, which is to my understanding, is a pretty the summer the cyber camp provided by CyberPatriot is a really well structured. Yeah, that's it. And in our club, we don't I don't really want them to feel like there's a structure. I just want, because in the bottom of my mind, I truly believe that learning is not something you sit down to learn chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. The learning is like I'm just a thief. I'm a burglar, right? I go to a place, right? I look at something. Oh, that thing is shiny. I will just grab that thing. That thing is good. I just grab that thing. Uh, like for example, my student. Okay, they have a problem. They ask me. Okay, my school blocked me this that, right? So I tell them. Okay, how about you set up a VPN yourself, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
that may be
yeah,
yeah, borderline of something, right? Yeah, so yeah, so by doing that, they actually learn a lot. But yeah, how the network works, right? How to set up a VPN. Yeah, so yeah, so yeah, they will learn a lot just by doing some specific stuff, right? Whether the VPN is involved, is in the radar of a cyber patriot, I don't know. I don't think so yet, right? But by setting up a VPN, they actually learned a lot of the computer related stuff. And also, yeah, the cybersecurity is something really similar to the medical world. You don't learn the medical at the beginning. You learn the biology first. You learn the human body first, right? Yeah, here it's the same thing. You don't learn the cybersecurity first. You learn the computer. You learn the network first. You understand how it works before you can actually find the illness, find the cure for an illness, for an injury, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that makes absolute sense. I absolutely love that analogy, comparing it to healthcare, because that is what it is. You got to learn how it works before you can fix it. And a lot of what happens is people just jump in trying to learn cybersecurity right away, and they don't know how to, they don't know how the network is actually working, how the packets are getting sent, that type of thing. So, yeah, that's awesome. Completely agree. Yeah, I'm just a thief. I'm a burglar. That is a great quote as well. Absolutely love that. That is kind of the approach that I take as well in my home lab these days. Um, oh, I set up Exchange. Why don't I set up SharePoint too? That type of thing. So, and I've learned a lot, so much. Just taking that sort of approach of being a thief and a burglar. Absolutely. Um, yeah, absolutely. From Jonah, in your experience, do you think student-run clubs or teacher-run clubs work better?
so I've seen both are at nationals. I've seen like a teacher-run clubs succeeded. I've seen student-run clubs succeeded, but at the end of the day, it's a student-run club. I mean, look at CyberPatriot. Look at the most successful club of cyber agents, right? Even though everybody knows Coach Paul, right? But you actually when you take a look at it, it's actually those students who set up. You think about it, ACAS is created by their students, right? The and all these practice image, I don't think Coach Paul created them, right?
That's
All
true.
the RVB environment, yeah, not Coach Paul created them. Those students create them, right? So yeah, if you take a look at even recently the the image name called Potato Kingdom or something, I forgot the name. It's created by a middle schooler at the Cyber Ages. Yeah, and that
Wow.
image has pretty high quality. Yeah, so yeah, at the end of the day, the student need to. I mean, um, here there's a thing I want to say that whether it's I mean, whether it's student lead or teacher lead or coach lead, a club or yeah, there should be a leader there. I mean, it could be the captain is a leader. It could be like the coach is a leader, but there should be a leader there. Leader means that leader will take care of the crap, take care of the things that nobody cares about. Leader will be responsible for the success or failure of your club. Yeah. So so when you work as a team, you always heard somebody say, okay, this is not my job, this is not my stuff, I didn't do that, right? Yeah, as a leader, you can't say those things. As a leader, I mean, so everybody, I mean, whether a good leader or bad leader, it doesn't matter. Everyone, I believe, experienced a leader in their life. It's first is the parents in at house in our home, right? So uh, what a parent does is maybe they're good parents, maybe they're bad parents, but yeah, but the parents take care of like a food, take care of things that have to be taken care. For example, when you have a baby, yeah, you have to change the diaper, no matter how dirty it is, no matter how like a how bad it is. You have to clean the baby. You have to provide the food. Yeah, that's what leader does. It's yeah. You can say that leader can do a public speaking. Leader can do influence or blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, the leader take care of the business. They are responsible for the success or failure of your club. So one thing is your club need to have a leader. It You don't need to have like a title like a president or coach or captain or whatever. As long as this guy, this girl is taking care of the club, even when I mean make sure the club is not make sure the club will be successful. Yeah, that one person is the leader. Yeah, so every successful club need to have a leader.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. And I think that's where some student-run clubs definitely run into issues because there's nobody who wants to step up and kind of take on that role of dealing with all the crap and changing the diapers. So, um, but yeah, when somebody does step up, whether it's student, teacher, um, yeah, it definitely makes it successful. If you have misorganization, mismanagement, um, yeah, you can't get there. You cannot get there. Anywheres asks, as a coach and mentor, coach slash mentor, how do you inspire students to want to improve? Often, even with as many as 30 to 35 students, it seems only I clicked the wrong button there. There we go. Often, even with as many as 30 to 35 students, it seems only 1 to 2 people are motivated to do well.
Uh, Motivation is hard. Yeah, so one thing is you want to uh uh so first of all, uh uh yeah, like I said, to motivate students, yeah, you need to have several different things. One is make sure they have the motivation. Second, make sure they have the abilities. Third, you give them the prompt so that they will actually do it. Yeah, so for example, uh Coach Paul gave me so Coach Paul gave me a very good way to do things. So he said, okay, so he observed that the student will really do the study when there's a competition. Yeah, during the absurdly during the CyberPatriot competition rounds, yeah, during that 4 hours or the previously 6 hours, yeah, those students are really focused. They take their time, take their effort, yeah, put their effort to really study. So he said, why not we just give them enough of a practice, those those competitions, right? So that they will put their effort to do the study, right? Yeah, so that's one thing. Yeah, if you give them like a practice, if you, I don't know if you can still see the CyberAge's web scoring board website. CyberAges gave out a practice image every week. They have to practice. So when you have like a competition every week, yeah, when students are compete every week, they tend to study more because there's a motivation, there's a prompt, and they cannot procrastinate because there's a time limit. Yeah, and same thing. So you can for example you can ask student to like schedule them to teach. For example, this week, yes, student ABC will teach uh, 3 topics. Yes, next week, student DEF will talk 3 other topics. Right? You just give them the schedule, right? And then yeah, then the student have to like, I mean, not everyone will get on top of that schedule, but yeah, some student will pick up the yeah will actually prepare the talk, and when they prepare the talk, they actually studied, right? Yeah, so yeah, that's one of the way to motivate student. It's not easy to motivate student. Yeah, and also one thing is I just ask them, what do you want, right? What do you want to get out of this club? What do you want? Because you're spending this much time. Because I mean, if you're here, you spend this much time, you you better get something done, right? Yeah. Then when they speak out to me about what they want to do, yeah. Even though sometimes they may not like uh fulfill what they said, but some students will do something because of this conversation. Yeah, yeah. At the end of the day, it's not easy to motivate students, but there are some ways to motivate some students.
Yeah, yeah. Students inspiring other students is something that I saw quite a bit. But to be on the coach's side of things and to get them to do well, it does take a lot of effort. Absolutely. And I had something I wanted to say there. Oh yeah. Um, getting getting the motivation of you know a club for a student, and it's something that's extracurricular, something that they're not gonna get a grade for. It's hard to get them to put in the work there because the end result is less tangible. You have the looming possibility of maybe a trip to DC, but that's only if you grind really hard all year. Um, I'm not sure if I agree with tying CyberPatriot performance to a grade. I'm not sure if that's even allowed, but yeah, with extracurriculars, it definitely is more difficult, and getting people to improve for themselves is a difficult task. Um, Questions are now closed. I closed them just a couple of minutes ago. Because I want to be mindful of the time here. But a good follow-up question from Lalmi now in the Discord chat is making a new image to practice every week seems difficult. CyberAegis already has the legacy and all the resources from prior years. What would be reasonable for practice every week? You mentioned they dropped a new practice image every week on their leaderboard. What do you think there's a more reasonable sort of timeline to have those sort of events in a club that isn't as large?
Okay, so yeah, we have the same problem. We are not yeah, even though we won the national finals, but still, I mean, in this role, the best Cyber Patriot team is still CyberAegis. Best club is CyberAegis. Yeah, so they are much better structured than anyone else. Yeah, so yeah, so yeah, there are enough of a practice image around. Yeah, for each week you can just say that, okay, yeah, this week let's work on this practice image, right? And next week let's work on that one, and also in between, yeah, I mean, you can give students individually some, like a, talk about what's their goal. For example, okay, if your goal, for example, I talk to some students, if your goal is to get into team one next year, okay, for example, right now is a summertime, right? Yeah, the better what you do is you create a you practice all these uh, practice images, and the best you can do is create a semifinal level of a hard image. The way you, if you haven't created image practice image yet, I suggest you, for example, in the June, by the end of June, create an image. It doesn't have to be that good. It doesn't have to be that hard. Yeah, just create an image so that you have something done. Yeah, and then you can like work on other things, and at the end of the, like a summertime, you create another one. Then yeah, budget about like 2 weeks or more to create another one, so that yeah, you have a more experience, and you'll create a better image. Whether it is up to the semifinal level or not, it doesn't really matter, because at that time, when you're already like uh, into this process of creating images, and yeah, you're already much better because of this process.
Yeah, and a question that immediately popped into my head as you said that was, well, what if the community images have answer keys posted? And then I kind of answered my own question, because the students who actually want to improve, um, they would likely just choose not to look at the answer key and just do the image themselves anyway. Those who are looking for an easy way to get something, either a grade or um, brownie points or whatever it is, they'll find a way to cheat the system. They'll find the answer key and they'll try and they'll try and circumvent that way. But yes, making
Yes.
practice images as well is definitely a great way to practice. Yeah, definitely agree. If we can have some people make some practice images by the end of the month here, that'd be great. Yeah, you all have your motivation now from the top man himself. Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's get
Yeah.
it
So
done.
yeah. So yeah, talking about the like answer key or things, I I don't really care about whether the student look at the answer key.
Yeah, for sure. Because
I
they're
mean,
just cheating
yeah,
themselves at the end
okay,
of the day.
yeah. I mean, it's okay to cheat as long as they use the answer key to actually like work on the image, right?
Right.
Yeah, think about it. Right now, there are at least 20 images online, right? If for each individual images, right, they use the answer key to full score everything, they are really really good already.
Yeah, because they
I
needed
mean, yeah,
to find a way to actually score the points. Right.
right, yeah, yeah. Actual like I mean, it's like for me, the everything is like just a practice for a marathon. Yeah, I mean, you can have a cheat sheet, you can have anything. The most important thing is the mileage on your legs. So yeah, to practice a marathon every week, you need to have like a 20 miles or or even for some people 50 miles of running. Yeah, whether it's like a speed run or like a very slow junk run, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean for so the same thing. Yeah, if you practice all your practice images with answer key, because a lot of answer keys are vague, right? To actually score them is not that easy,
Yep.
right? So yeah, so if think about it, if a student yeah full scored every single practice image by just following the answer key, they are actually learning a lot,
Yep.
right?
That's
And
true.
at the end of the day, yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, if they have the perseverance to finish all 20 images, I feel like I mean for most people their ego will say, okay, starting now, I'm I will do it by myself. Their ego will say, okay, yeah, I know those practice image enough. I will create a one, right? Yeah, so yeah, it's okay to look at the answer key. Even my best students, when they practice, a lot of time they want to just want to save time. They just go through the answer key. But yeah, but at the end of the day, what you really want is you want them to have the mileage on the computer, the mileage on those practice image, the mileage to go through the go through the different operating system. For example, we just nearly finished the Citadel competition, right? Yeah, think about yeah, if you take a look at the scores, uh, the top Fedora score, right? Why that guy has a top Fedora score? Because I know that guy, because his computer is a Fedora computer. Yeah, yeah he has a
Makes
tons of
sense.
yeah he has tons of mileage on it. So if you run a marathon that way, yeah, he will be he's better, right? Yeah, that's why if you take a look at the Fedora score, the top guy scored three. I mean, way more than the second one. Yeah, it, the thing is it's just very simple. Yeah, you you to practice whether you do this or do that. At the end of the day, if you spend time on it, yeah, you'll learn something. I mean,
Yep.
the other day, yeah, a lot of some student ask me, okay, what if the AI can do all the like a practice image, right? Without why I'm still studying it, right? I just tell them, okay, just do it. Use AI. Show me you can full score it, right? Yeah, I mean, to use AI to full score it is not easy. I mean, for example, I tried it on like on a few images. the AI cannot full score it. Yeah, but when the student try to like a full score even with the AI, that student spends some time on the practice image already. That that student
Right.
really look into those those practice images, really look into those vulnerabilities, really look into those vulnerability categories. That's why by just doing that, they're better. Because they're motivated. Because yeah, I asked them. I mean, they want to do it using AI. Let's do it using AI, right? They will learn a lot. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Definitely learning opportunities in every different approach. From Alex C, you noted you sort top students by category. Do you ever have issues where the top students from each category don't work well together? How do you handle that?
Uh. Well, I mean, usually they work pretty well with each other. I haven't seen student doesn't work well with don't work well with each other. First of all, for the I mean for the CyberPatriot, a lot of time you don't have to work together. I mean, really together to like for example, if you're Linux students, um, even you getting I mean, for the until even in the semifinal you don't have to collaborate with your Windows students, right? The only thing you really need to collaborate is during the uh, Cyber Patriot Nationals, where all your students there, the 5 students need to talk a lot with among others. But usually, if they are that good, get into the nats, they are they already been there for several years. They are already very good friends. Yeah, they. I mean, they can. Yeah, they can definitely work with each other.
Yeah, yeah, and I think you kind of get an archetype um, with students that are interested in cybersecurity and cyber patriot, and 90% of the time everything just kind of works itself out. But yeah, that is true. You have like departments almost in a team. Like you have your Windows department, Linux department, Cisco department, and those departments don't really collaborate in a competition round except with national finals. Absolutely, absolutely. Stage King, what leadership resources or habits have helped you direct teams the most as a multi-time Nats coach?
Leadership resources, habit.
Yeah, like, is there
So
anything in particular that you've read or seen or watched that helped you become a good leader?
okay, so because I like sports. I watch World Cup. I watch NBA finals. So, one thing is because as soon as I start to be a coach, because so doing Cyber Patriot is now my first job as a coach. So at the beginning, I was a coach for the first Lego League. Yeah. So uh yeah, my wife and I are actually partners as a coaches. So as soon as so we started as a coach like 12 years ago actually. Yeah. So I have 12 years of experience as a coach. So I observe all the coaches. Yeah. For example, the yeah the Spurs used to have a very good coach called Popovich, right? Yeah. So
Right.
yeah, Popovich is really good at what at getting the good players, right? Although like not everyone likes him the way he get the good players, right? Yeah, but he gets good players, right? And yeah, if you look at the Phil, Phil Phil Jackson, right? The coach for the Chicago Bulls, yeah, he actually meditate with his uh players, right? So yeah, when you have some like a team building events, yeah, and when you have some events other than just practice a cyber patriot, yeah, I mean students usually have a better bonding. Yeah, for example, in our club, we did like a archery, we did like a
Oh, that's
uh
awesome.
yeah, ice curling. Yeah, we did some bowling, we did some like even football, golf. Yeah, we did several different things. Yeah, just to and of course we did some like a poker games. Yeah, and we even have a like a contract bridge uh session. Yeah, with all the students. Yep. So I mean, yeah, when the students are bonding with more multiple dimensions, yeah, they are likely to like bond together better. Yeah, that's one thing. And also I learned from quite a different um, coaches. For example, uh, Zinedine Zidane. Yeah, he used to be the coach of Real Madrid, right? Yeah, he's not he's a he's not a type of a Pep Guardiola's coach, but he's good at reading the people, right? He know how to motivate Cristiano Ronaldo, right? Uh, He 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 knows how to like motivate each individual players. Yeah, that's what I learned from Zinedine Zidane. Yeah, from like a from the other one, Pete Carroll, the head coach for the Seattle uh, Seattle's. So what he said is the competition is not done during the competition. The competition is during everyday practice. Yeah. So yeah, it's very true. Yeah, especially for our CyberPatriot. I mean, if you're already like a very good, yeah, during the competition, there. I mean, normally for a football competition, a tournament, yeah, is. I mean, sometimes the stronger team will lose, right? Because of it's not always the stronger team win, but in the Cyber Patriot, usually that's the case. The stronger team will win because, yeah, there's no way. I mean, during the competition, you can fumble it. You can like yeah. So all the competition is actually done during the practice times, not during the competition days.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So I learned a lot from different coaches, different yeah players, different like yeah sports. Yeah.
yeah, sports is definitely analogous to Cyber Patriot in a lot of ways. And my former Cyber Patriot coach actually used to coach football, so that was you could definitely see a little bit of that in his coaching style, and I think it actually improved um, team cohesiveness and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, get into sports. That's a great answer. Absolutely, absolutely. From me. I kind of add in one question every event here. What made you decide to become an educator, and what was your pathway to your current position?
Okay. So being an educator is actually an accident. So yeah, initially, I mean, when my kids become fourth graders, uh, we want to join a first Lego League team, but yeah, but I know some parents, and so we get together, form a team of a first Lego League team, but we couldn't find a coach. So so uh, accidentally I was a temporary coach, and for some reason that temporary span for a very long time,
Oh yeah.
and yeah, and yeah, we did not badly on the first Lego League. We won the Oregon champions not several times, uh, and we advanced to the World Festival several times. Yeah, and but and then during the COVID time, it's really hard to be a robotic coach anymore. Yeah,
Yeah, makes sense.
obvious reason. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and so yeah, and my wife and I argued heavily about whether we still want to be a robotic coach or not. Blah blah blah. So, but at the end, the decision is okay. Yeah, we saw the Cyber Patriot competition, which is we can do it remotely during the COVID time. So yeah, so then we tried it, and we actually liked it. And yeah, and yeah, the good thing about CyberPatriot is it it costs much less than the robotic competition, and 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 you don't and also one thing is you don't have a very messy workshop
Yeah,
to
that's true.
manage. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right. So just to clarify, are you a teacher or are you a parent volunteer who's a coach?
I'm just a parent volunteer.
You're a parent volunteer. Oh my
Yeah,
God. Sorry, that's
yeah.
new information to me. I thought you were teaching like to the material in a class
No, no,
because
I'm
that's
not. Yeah,
wow.
yes.
Okay, good for you.
No, yeah, yeah, yeah. So the principle is really nice to us. Yeah, every year we only need to like assign a few papers so that we can be the coach,
Right.
and then yeah, and then yeah,
Right, that
and
makes sense.
then yeah.
Yeah, sorry, you don't have to answer this question if you don't want to. I'm just curious. But what do you do as your day job?
Okay, so my my company is called Local Pay. Yeah, I'm the CTO of that small company. Yeah, I'm I mean, managing the software part of that company.
Perfect. Perfect. That sounds awesome. Good for you. Good stuff. Yeah, CyberPatriot is a great program to be involved in. Very glad you stumbled across it. From Anonymous, what should I do to improve my skills? This is a very broad question, and one that gets posted in the server quite a bit. But generally, I'm going to sort of rephrase this a little bit. What is something that this person could do right now to start improving their skills? Because everybody says, like, oh, I plan to do this eventually. I'll do this next week. I'll do this tomorrow. I'll do this, in a year. What is something that this person could do right now to help improve their skills with CyberPatriot?
So for me, I mean, for learning the cyber patriot or cybersecurity stuff, you don't have to learn it as in a way that's very structuralized because if you learn it really in a way that's giving you with a structure, it's really easy to get bored and it's really easy because really easy you will uh like give up at some point. Yeah. So what I suggest is just learn whatever thing you want to learn. For example, um, yeah, if there's a 0 day today, yeah, for example, a few years ago there's log4j 0 day, right? Just learn that. Just learn how to replicate it. Yeah, how to show it to the club, the how the log4j works, right? Yeah, and yeah, the other or maybe yeah you can like hide something on a on a file, right? Yeah, there are several ways to hide things on the file, right? Yeah, on the Windows you have the stream thing, right? On the Linux you have yeah several other things ways to do it, right? Yeah, just yeah anything that make you interested of learning, yeah, just learn it. It may not directly uh, related to a vulnerability to the cyber patriot, but it's okay because at the end of the day, you want to know every. I mean, think about it. The top students in the cyber patriot, top student, top player in the cybersecurity area, they know everything. Yeah, it they almost learn know everything, but they are like specialized in something specifically, right? For example, some yeah for every student you want to learn Windows, Linux, and network, right? And but you can like focus on the Linux, you can focus on the Windows, right? But yeah, don't worry about if you learn this, you forget that thing. If you learn this, it's not related to the cyber patriot, because at the end of the day, maybe whatever you learned today will help you in one vulnerability or something, right? Yeah, so yeah, don't restrict yourself into okay, I need to learn this specific vulnerabilities or I need to learn it in such a way of such a structure. No, I mean for every student, what it actually in our club, what we did is we list of uh, several topics. That's a you can study, and after you study, you can talk about those topics in our club. So you can choose any topics. Yeah, and you can choose the topic you want to learn. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're learning something, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, it doesn't have to be like a specific restriction to anything. It's not like a math. You have to learn 1 plus 2 first, and then you learn 2 times 3, and then you learn um, algebra and x and y and z, and then you learn calculus, and then you learn linear algebra. No, that's the way you learn math, right? But to learn cyber, to learn computer, I mean, my experience is whatever whatever the thing you're interested in, you learn it. For example, if you want to set up a Minecraft server, go ahead, set it up, right? Yeah, play with your friends, right? During the process of setting up a Minecraft server, you will learn a lot about the computer itself. You will learn a lot about the networking, right? Yeah, yeah. So yeah, do whatever you like to do, right? I mean, yeah, but so you don't have to restrict yourself on a certain way to learn.
Yeah, 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 definitely agree with that. I forget where I learned this, but I learned it quite a while ago. That in the tech industry, it's general. What I've heard is that it's generally good to be, or to have a T-shaped skill set. So you have a wide sort of knowledge at the top, of different things, and then you've got a long straight line down the middle, that you're really specialized in. And so if you are looking to improve in CyberPatriot, just like look at what you currently know of and just like hone in on something. Um, and you'll learn. Yeah, absolutely, you will learn. Learning at all is good. Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah, and,
Um,
and also, yeah, I want to add a little bit. So, yeah, so a lot, if you look at the good tech people, none of them is like a study from the classes. Almost everyone learned it by themselves. Yeah,
yep, yep, makes sense. Yeah, it's that intrinsic motivation to learn new things that really takes people far. Absolutely. Um, from Anonymous again, what resources slash strategies slash tips can enhance your club's curriculum for future students despite dedicated adult teachers like CyberAegis?
I don't think CyberAgents has a dedicated adult teachers. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a lot of speculation around what CyberAegis actually does, and I think a lot of people don't actually understand how it's structured. But I think what they're referring to is, if it's in a situation like yours where um, you're a parent volunteer as the coach, and once your child graduates, then who's gonna um, take it on after that, and then for where it's a teacher, what does it look like? What does the contingency look like between the students who are graduating and the students who are moving in once that sort of 4-year cycle has completed?
yeah. So normally it's like the senior students teach the new students. It's the best way to do it, and
Yeah.
and also gradually encourage the new student to take on some topic, and learn some topic, and talk about those topic. We don't use teach. Teach is like a too like a too 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 restrict. We learn something, we talk about it. We want to build a place like it's a like a research seminar, right? We're all interested into it, right? We are like we're a, we're a place we do just do breakdowns, right? You show your skill, I learn my skill, and I show off my skill. That's it. Yeah, right. Because I mean everybody comes into the club I believe they really, I mean, it's a extra curriculum club, right? So if you want to join the club, you join it. Yeah, yeah show what you learned, right? Everybody show what they learned. Then probably, yeah. I mean that's my like a underlining philosophy. We are just at the end of the day a breakdance club. Everybody shows their like a specific move, right? And maybe it will inspire some student to learn more. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah,
definitely it becomes more of a finding the right person for the job than it is with just the pure knowledge because documentation is very important, of course, but it can only go so far. You really want somebody who has the passion um, to want
yeah,
to want to be able to go far, to lead or whatever it is.
yeah. For the content, yeah. One thing is you can go through all the practice image, but and also you can like for the, I think Tyfire list a like a CyberPatriot curriculum
Yes.
list.
Yep.
Yeah, and also on the dark side, the other Cyber Patriot community create a website with all the things you may want to learn for the Cyber Patriot. So there are enough of materials you can learn from. Yeah, it's just a yeah it's whether yeah how we learn it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And our last question here, it's a little bit of a repeat, but I'm going to play off the end. How did you recruit slash get high quality slash motivated students into your club, especially when you have small member count? Did you advertise in middle schools, etc.? Um, and I want to play off that middle schools thing because you see CyberAegis, they have an incredible middle school program. Um, um, they've consistently made nationals with multiple teams in the middle school division for years and years. Um, I can only imagine that they have some sort of, you know, try it out something, maybe even down into elementary school level. Up here in Canada, or at least where I'm at, elementary school goes up to the 6th grade. Um, so do you think it's valuable to expose even elementary schoolers to CyberPatriot? And when do you think is the right time to start to get kids excited about wanting, you know, a career in cybersecurity or in IT, that type of thing?
Okay, um, so that's really a competitive advantage from Cyber Ages.
It is.
They
Yep, that's true.
yeah they have a strongest middle school team. There's uh, to be honest, their top school middle school students. If they compete in the high school level, they will score like a number five or number around number five in the national finals open division. Yep. So yeah, one very good story I can tell is when I was young, my school has a volleyball team, and they are top of the city we were in every year in the high school competition. The reason why is that because my school is not only the middle school, high school, but also with the elementary school. So
Oh,
we
wow.
have 12 years. Yeah, we have 12 years continuous students. So the coach actually yeah get the high quality students because volleyball is a highly like a correlate with the height of the students, right? Yeah, so you can have other pro students to win the to win the volleyball game, right? So yeah, so what he did is he recruit other students when they were like just a first grade or second grade. Yeah, they just visit
Oh,
their
wow.
parents. Yeah, look at how tall their parents are, and then recruit those
Holy.
students.
That is next level
Yeah, so
scouting. I love it.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, for every leader, recruiting your team is super important, and find the talent is super important. I mean, think about a company, what CEO does. The CEO does three things. One thing is people, yeah, human resources, right? The second thing is marketing. The third thing is product, right? These three things, if a CEO can manage well, the the company manage well. So same thing as a team. You want to get a talent. You want to, I mean, so for yeah, to create a middle school team is really good. So yeah, last season is actually was our first season. Actually created a middle school team.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, getting because the good thing about the middle school students is uh as long as they can sit for hours, like can be as long as they can be focused, yeah, they're ready. I mean, uh, and uh, and the good thing about those middle school students is that they don't have a lot of homework, schoolworks from as much as the high school students. A lot of high school students are like in the US they have like AP classes, IB classes, honored classes, right? They have all other things going on, finals or this week is a final week, next week is a SAT week, and the next week is ACT week. Yeah, uh, but for middle school students, they have nothing to do. If they really like it, they will spend tons of time on it.
Yeah.
And when they are a high school student, like a freshman year in high school, they already have a lot of mileage in their tank. They
Yeah.
are already at a very high
Yep.
level.
They're not wasting
Yeah.
time learning the basics while also having to deal with the other
Right, yeah.
responsibilities of being in high school. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Makes
So
sense.
yeah, yeah. Think about it. Yeah, same thing for the Half Dome. Half Dome has if you look at them, yeah, they have a middle school like a next 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 to the Franklin High. It's called Toby Johnson Middle School, I believe. Yeah, so they have a cyber program in their middle school. So that a lot of students when they get into the high school, they already have quite a bit of experience there. Yeah, so the same story, yeah, over there. Yeah, you really want to, if possible, you really want to build a middle school team, build a middle school. I mean, your team you want to include those middle school students.
Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
as long as those students can sit for a long time. So that's why I really like those chess students because they can sit for hours.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
yeah, for a lot of clubs, that would be definitely more of a hurdle because if you're in a system where it's separate schools for the different age groups, then you're going through another level of power to try and do that recruitment. You're going to a district, and people um, typically don't have the best interactions with their school districts when it comes to things like this. So. But yeah, definitely the earlier the better in terms of recruitment. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So that closes out our event for today. Thank you very much again, Biajee, for joining us and for bestowing your teachings upon us mortals. It was a really great time, actually. Loved hearing about your guys' success. And a huge congratulations to you for being a parent volunteer and getting that far, because that is truly incredible. On top of a day job and parenting at home and all that sort of stuff, that's absolutely incredible. So huge round of applause, virtual round of applause to Biajee for that.
yeah. Thank you, Zini, for hosting this event. Yeah, that was really helpful. Yeah, because a few years ago when I started, I really want to find the tips. Yeah, what the best tip I got was actually from an AMA from Coach Pao.
Oh yeah, makes sense. Makes
Yeah,
sense. Yeah, and that's hopefully we're gonna have some more of these going on in the next few months or so. So yeah, hoping to keep it going as well. Yeah, the AMA is privated. There's some reasons for that. It's unfortunate. I won't get too much into it here, but yeah, we're looking to sort of fill in the hole that left out though. Nowadays with these events, so hopefully I'm doing a pretty good job at that. Thank you everybody for coming and listening. If you want to re-listen or you joined a little bit late, the VOD will be posted on YouTube shortly. And next event coming up is on July 11th. That's my walkthrough of the Tokyo 3 practice image. So I will see you then, or just in Discord chat. Thank you everybody again for coming, and have a good Sunday night. Take care.